What's up, Fuse fam? Brad here on this gorgeous afternoon, sitting on the front porch, and I wanted to share with you something out of Genesis chapter 1. So this week this week we're starting a new series on the life of Joseph. We're going to look at all the ways that God uses him, kind of without really realizing it, to be part of a bigger picture, a bigger story. But before we get to the life of Joseph, we want to spend a little bit of time this week just kind of in the book of Genesis and catching up to speed, like, hey, what is God doing and what's going on here? And so in Genesis chapter 1, God he created everything, right? That has the account of him creating over the course of 6 days, everything that we know, right? All of creation. But in in chapter 1, verse 22, he had just created the animals, right? The birds, the waters, all right? The swarms of living creatures. And then when he saw that the birds and the living creatures were good, he told them, be fruitful and multiply. Fill the waters and the seas, let the birds multiply on the earth. And that was the 5th day, and that was a good thing, right? But then on the 6th day, right, he created other living creatures, and then ultimately he created mankind. He created Adam. He created Eve. And on the 6th day, it says this. It says, so God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him, male and female he created them. In verse 28, and God blessed them. And God said to them, be fruitful and multiply. So the same command he gives Adam and Eve that he gave the rest of the animals. But he adds to it, and fill the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, and over every living thing that moves on the earth. He tells people to be fruitful and to multiply. And obviously, right, he's talking about procreation. He's talking about, like expand, right, in number. But I think God's doing more there. I think he's up to something else. He's saying, don't just fill this earth with other people, right? Fill this earth with people who've been created in the image of God, right? That's what it is. It's God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him, male and female, he created them. And so there's something about the way that God wants us to fill the earth. There's a way about how God has designed things, that he wants this earth, right? All of creation reflects his glory, it reflects his character, it reflects who he is. But the highest form of that is humankind. He has created us to bear his image and to be his image bearers. And we'll see, after Genesis 1 it comes Genesis 3, right? The fall, right? Where things become distorted, things become broken, where mankind rebels against God. But God's original charge, his original command doesn't change. He wants us to fill his creation, to fill this world with his character, with his kingdom. And so as we start this story, this life of Joseph, when we get there, we're gonna see that mankind, we mess that up time and time again. But God is gracious. He is loving. He is at work, and he is constantly going to do things to help restore, right, and help redeem and help fix the brokenness that we've caused. So anyway, on this beautiful day, maybe let that be an encouragement to you. You are created in his image, and because you are created in his image, you have the ability, like no one else, to help fill this earth with his character in a way that nobody else can. So anyway, maybe take a few minutes today, pray about that, reflect on that, read right through Genesis 1, the different ways that God has created, and just ask him, hey Lord, would you help me see all the ways that you've created me uniquely? Would you help me fill my house, right, with your character, my world with your character, my social media feed with your character? So love y'all. I'm excited about this new series. Looking forward to being back together one day. See ya.